So the other day, Aram and I, we were talking about his experience working on a flower farm. And one thing that we both have noticed is that we are both working in a female-dominated profession. Now, don't get me wrong, I love women. We need them. We are different in many ways, and we need each other because we have different strengths and different weaknesses, and we need to work together in order to make the world a better place. But one thing we both have noticed in our female colleagues is that they tend to gossip a lot. And what I mean by gossiping is talking about other people, being opinionated about other people. Now, you guys know how I am, and because you've been watching me for a long time, you will know that I also engage in some form of gossiping by talking about the people in my life. I try to keep that to a minimum because the person is not really there to defend themselves, and something I say about them, they might not be able to, justify or explain their behavior, and that's just unfair. And we have different perception of that person because of what other people said about them. Now, we will always have a different opinion about a person. It's all about perspective. Some people view you as being annoying. Some people think that you are really good to be around and they really want you to hang out with them. Some people think you're aggressive. Some people think you are the kindest person ever. You can never really truly influence everybody to feel the same way about you. But anyways, both Aram and I, we noticed that our female colleagues, they tend to gossip a lot. Us guys, we try not to get caught up in that circle and try not to say what we think about a person, no matter how much our female colleagues probe us. So Bob, what do you think about X, Y, Z? So Aram, that new girl that just started, that woman. Anyways, we try not to get caught up in that circle, but both of us know that it is incredibly, satisfying to listen to what everybody is saying about a person that we both don't like. I don't know what it is. I just find it so satisfying. It's as if we are a part of this tribe. We are talking shit about this person. And I know I'm not a good person. I don't claim to be a good person. But there's some part within me feel like I'm included in some way. I know it sounds horrible for me to be saying this, but when everybody is on the same page about the person as you, when everybody equally think this person is, an asshole or whatever, it makes you feel better. It makes you feel validated. Even though that might not be necessarily true about that person, maybe there are many reasons for the way that they're acting. Anyways, Aram was telling me about this older colleague, a woman in her 40s, 50s, a middle-aged woman who always pick on him for some reason because he's new. She can't really pick on the other workers because they've been there for a long time, but she always pick on Aram. Well, that's what he told me anyways. I was not really there, so I'm just going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say this person is a horrible person, is a mean person, because she's always picking on Aram. Even from the littlest thing, he's very nitpicky. And off the top of my head, I could probably think of a few people who are similar in my experience of working at my job. It's always, they fit this archetype of someone who has had a really bad experience at life. There are many things going wrong in their life. And that's the reason why they take it out on others. And I'm particularly empathetic, and I feel sorry for those of us who have reached that stage of our lives, in our 40s and our 50s, and still feel, resentful, still feel angry at the world, and feel the need to take it out on others. I especially feel sorry for those people. I mean, I get it if a teenager or, an adolescent is angry at the world. I completely get that. Completely. It's a scary place. You don't really know everything. There's so many uncertainties, and you're just beginning to start out in your own life. And so many things are unknown to you, and it's mystery. And that's why, there might be some sort of existential angst or this frustration at the world. I get it. And I mean, I'm not condoning these behavior, like young men shooting up schools and, killing people. I do not support that, but I sort of understand where they're coming from. But when an older person is feeling that way about the world, geez, there's something horribly wrong. Something has gone horribly wrong in their life for them to reach that conclusion. After having seen everything, after having experienced all of these things in life, and they came to the conclusion that the world is a horrible place, man, those people, I especially feel sorry for them. Like I said before, no one is going to make out of this life alive. We're all going to die, regardless of your religion, regardless of your personal belief. There's a transition from life to the unknown, from life to death. We don't know what is beyond the grave, but we just know that whatever that you have here in this world, it's not going to come with you to your next stage of your life. So this mere fact of people trying to have control of everything, trying to hold on to everything in their life, it's signal to me that they're fearing, they fear losing control of their life, and they are in denial, trying to control everything, trying to pick on every person who is new to this life, trying to pick on the young ones. That's signal to me there's something horribly wrong, and you're trying to hold on. You're trying to control everything, and that's not possible. Why are you so stingy? You're at that next stage of your life. By the way, I don't have any colleague who's like this, but I've heard people telling me stories about how they first started out on the job, they get picked on, they get bullied, people are not supportive, they left them to drown, and that's really disheartening to hear, because as seniors, we're meant to, we can't really perform as well as the young ones, yes, but we have the experience, guys. We have the experience, time to pass it on. There's no point you holding in all the secrets of the trade and telling the young ones that they got to manage somehow, and expecting them to manage somehow. And what are you keeping all of these secrets for? Why are you holding that from the young ones? You're not teaching them anything. Sure, you might not be as fast as them, you might not learn as quickly as them, but you have all of this knowledge. Time to pass it on. Time to pass it on. You can't take everything to the grave. Why are you so stingy? Why are you so selfish? These people, these young ones, they're going to be the one who will carry out the task that is left behind when you're gone. You got to teach them right. Pass on the skills of the trade. Don't expect them to know everything. Don't just leave them out there to drown and to chuck them in the deep end. That's not the way to do it. And sure, there might be something horribly wrong in your life for you to lash out at people. I especially feel sorry for older people who have become resentful at the world and angry at the world. Just generally being really nasty and but who am I to say this? I haven't lived my life. I have faults of my own as well. But like I said, it feels incredibly validated to gossip about people. Not because you're a mean person, it's just because you feel like you're being heard, and that what you're saying is not completely, uncalled for. You feel that way about a person because of what they did to you, and now you're being heard in a group setting because other people are also feeling the same way. So it validates your feeling. That's the reason why we gossip, I guess. Not really to put others down, but so that others can, accept and understand us. Anyways, that's all for today. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay strong. God bless. Gonna go to work tonight, so I'll speak to you soon.